Just that, be sure to hit the like. Share and comment. The name is Law Nation. Mama said there'll be days just like this. It's a victory. It's a victory time for your mind. Let's go. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? From my studio to yours. DC for life, not for short. Stand tall or not at all. Come on. Salute to Prize Picks. Thank them for being part of this particular post-game show brought to you by Prize Picks. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. And the Dallas Cowboys are now 6 games that they won, 3 that they lost. And the 3 games that they did lose, all 3 been on the road. We are hot. We are very hot at home. We cooking, baby. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in and looking at our wins, man. When we win big. We win big, man. It seems like every win that we have is a blowout, right? Now, when we do lose, it's be tight games. The Eagles game was tight. And then, of course, you can look back at that 49ers and say, man, they blew the doors off of us. And the Cards, we shot ourselves in the foot. We was inside the red zone, 4 times? And I didn't play the Run It Up song, right? But outside of that, speaking of hotness, the Dallas Cowboys have a great situation with their wide receivers. It's waking up. It's waking up, and it's all about getting hot down the stretch. And we can all look back at this and say, man, our team, we are playing a complete team on the offensive side, especially when you think of the way Dak Prescott is warming up. And you can't get mad at it.
And then next week we'll see, we'll get into Carolina's breakdowns. We'll look at their metrics, where they play, how they play their run defense. I just feel like the next couple of weeks you need to find a way to get some traction. And, McCarthy, we're starting to hear some whispers that maybe that they were going to do some scheme things differently. Instead of just the outside, instead of like the outside zone stuff, that maybe that they were going to, maybe you'd see some pin and pull, or maybe you would see, today it was really clear to me that the ball going to the edge, the toss. Remember how many times they ran the toss?
Yes.
So they're
seems like a better fit for Tony Pollard.
It's a better fit for Pollard, kind of getting him there. But the thing with Rico
Brian
Dowdle,
brought us a 105.
About the power back, I just think Rico Dowdle's a good back.
Yeah.
I mean, and to me, it's almost like last year when you're watching, when the offensive line was having some struggles, and Zeke was running the ball for 4 yards a carry, and Tony Pollard was running it for 5.5, and you could see that extra little bit of the difference. That's kind of where we're at right now. Tony's trying his best to and through the hole, but the thing with Rico, he's 2 through the hole, and then with power to finish that thing off. So
no doubt. As Brian brought his review of Rico, and speaking of Rico, let's go over this. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The Dallas Cowboys, Rico, he was 12 carries for 79 yards, and he averaged 6.6 yards per tote. It's the accelerations for me. It's the finishing of the run for me that we like out of Rico. It's the good vision that we see. And then it's a good blend if both of those guys are used both at the same time, right? Tony Pollard, 15 carries for 55 yards. I get it. Sometimes we do attempt to run him too much in A gap and B gap. We look for Tony Pollard to bounce it out to the edge, and we just didn't have, like in certain games, that one run that we normally see from Tony Pollard. But in this game, for what it's worth, Tony Pollard did his thing, and on top of that, Rico as well. If we got anything that we want to say about this run game, would be, look, let's utilize the fullback a little bit more, right? Let's utilize him a little bit more and get things going from that aspect of it. And I think that this team will be in good graces. And I really appreciate y'all. We got a super chat, first super chat of the night on the post-game show. Ellis says the apology got to be as loud as the disrespect. So Richard Sherman better prep for the ops. Bad CD segment tomorrow. Talk to him nice. This is from Ellis, and she ain't lying. Yeah. So, and that's what people gonna do. That's what people gonna do. T. They gonna whisper your success, right, and yell out all of your shortcomings. It's like when Dak Prescott threw the pick, we had over 1,000 people to jump in, and then as soon as he went down there, marched down the field, and responded with a touchdown, 300-400 people left, right? Because they wanted to see the upset. They wanted to bang on the Cowboys. And that's what we're getting through the 4-ladder to 3-ladder networks. They love to bang on the Cowboys. There probably would be no doggone video of Stephen A. Smith today spinning around with his hat, and a cigar in his hand.
Down on number 54.
Amazing.
And he's like, how did you get down here?
Man.
So, yeah, it was kind of a funny little moment. Right
it was.
Yeah.
It really, really was. Okay, let's go ahead. 877-881-1053. More of your calls, more of your texts. I did bring this up when it came to, Dak maybe playing some of the best football of his career right now. Some of the texts that came back, yes, Dak does need to be in the MVP conversation. No MVP talk. Just you got to go out there and win. He beat a broken Giants team. Relax on the MVP talk.
There's the Dak haters coming out now.
So a little bit split here. Yeah. Some are actually leaning, yes, Dak does deserve to be in that conversation. Others feeling like, no, why don't you beat a winning team first, and then we can have that talk.
Yeah.
Well, here's how that goes. Everybody else can beat up on teams, and people lift them up and give them shiny toys. But the Cowboys, it's all about who we play. And here's the craziest thing. Like, we all knew, like, through the season we wouldn't go undefeated, right? There's going to be some losses in there, right? But what you can't do here is continue to move the goalposts, because that's what they do. And I'm not talking about those boys on that particular show. I'm talking about in general. If we're going to grade Dak by the playoff games, then why talk about the bad times when he have the regular season games? Because from my understanding and my knowledge, we going to the playoffs, right? And you say we're going to grade him by the playoff games. So if we beat a team in the regular season, it don't really matter, because you're saying that, hey, we're going to grade Dak by the playoff games, right? So last week, Dak did play up to the level that we all said that, hey, this guy can move the ball. He can play. He can ball. But at the same breath, when we lost the game, the Cowboys can't win big games. Cowboys are not eligible to win big games. Well, to each his own, because there have been teams just like other teams when they lose. Nobody is saying, hey, this team can't win big games, because it's not Super Bowl or bust for them. Nobody's going to give Lamar, and I know they played the doggone Cleveland Browns, but nobody's going to give him flack and say, hey, he's 1-3 in the playoffs. So it's all about style points with the Cowboys. It's all about, for their particular moments, what game is considered big or not. The Cowboys, hear me out, the Cowboys in the playoffs, the times that Dak Prescott had terrible playoff performance, been against the 49ers. But on the flip side, you can go back in the last 10 years and you can pull up another quarterback by the name of Aaron Rodgers. He had the same problem with those 49ers. Sometimes teams just don't match up well with each other. And the 49ers just had, my guy, calling card. I'm talking about Mike McCarthy. Maybe he get jittery. I digress. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're going to talk more about Dak Prescott. Let's see if they got somebody else on right now.
I mean, I thought we saw a little bit of what Ben DiNucci went through when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
And so, okay, now you're compromising the offensive line. So that's why the first quarter was so disappointing to me. Why, when you're at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, and you don't get in, that's not what you're here to do today. So then once they got into the second quarter, and got some rhythm, then you started to see Prescott do, Zach, what you're talking about. And then they're working things down the field. I thought it was a great play call on the first touchdown. Schoonmaker gave him a great block. And all of those things are important. They had to do this today. And they need Prescott to be playing the way he is. And he's got to do it again next week. And they're going to need him at a high level against Washington. And that's a game they have to win.
Yes.
And they're going to need him at a high level against Seattle.
Yes.
And that's a game that they have to win. And then we'll see where they are when the Eagles come in December.
Brad, I don't know about you, and you've seen a lot more you've seen a lot more football than me. But when you get down inside the 3-yard line, if I'm ever in the shotgun again, take the shotgun and just shotgun me. You know, I don't know. To me, I don't know. Get me under center, and we did 4 straight plays in shotgun, and I'm thinking like, damn, you're trying to run the ball here. You're trying to show some physicality. You're trying to, when you get in shotgun, I feel like you lose. Now, unless you're telling me, I'm going to take Dak Prescott, I'm going to spread him out, and I'm just going to run him straight ahead. But to me, get under center and try and see if against a team that you're better than, that you could just physically line up and put Dowdle in there and run it that way. And here I am nitpicking, but I'm just saying, me personally, when you get stopped and it's 4 straight plays in shotgun, I go and there's your answer right there.
May I be so impertinent as to inquire as to your age?
Soon to be 60. But I used to listen to your calls when they put Robert Newhouse behind and Dorsett, and Staubach would go under center.
You know how long ago that was?
Staubach under center.
Have you just watch the game?
I know.
Everybody,
I hate
4th and 1 is shot.
I hate it.
I do too, but it's not going to change.
Throwing the ball on 4th and 1.
Now I'm okay if you.
I'm sorry, Mike. If you're driving home, I'm nitpicking on you.
No. I mean, I agree with you, but what people like you and me have to adjust to is the game's changed.
Yeah.
It's just not the same 4th and 1. Everybody's in shotgun. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's in shotgun. Line up, knock somebody off the ball. Now the pitch play or the end around the lamb was good. The little flip play out the flat
was good. Yeah.
Those are good. Yeah. Those are running plays. Those are out of shotgun.
Right.
So I mean philosophically,
inside the 5.
No. Here's the thing. We're friends.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It'll be okay.
It's frozen. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Because that's not today's football. It's not today's college football. It's not today's NFL. They're in the shotgun on 4th and 1, unless you're the Eagles.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I want to get down in there, and I want my offensive linemen to root them out, and I want my running back to. And that's why, frankly, I like Dowdle in short yardage.
I do too.
And I do too. I was, I guess, curious is the word that in that first possession of the game, they did not put him back in that goal to go situation. But you know what? The thing you got to do is score.
Got to score.
And if you want to score a way that you like that I don't like, that's fine as long as you score. I'm with you philosophically, and I'm urging you. Let it go.
I don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, but I'm from the era of just load up the wagon. Just load it up. It doesn't matter how much weight. Just load up the wagon. We'll pull the wagon.
Let it go.
Just load that thing up.
Let it go.
I can't let this go, Brad.
And remember,
it's the only thing offensively today that I had a problem with.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
You got some vocals.
And I didn't think we'd get Brad singing "Let It Go." This is a fantastic moment.
Yeah,
the one thing that we have
fantastic.
talked to you about, Brad, and
He
fans
can sing at the synagogue.
He sure
I've heard him
can.
sing before.
Absolutely, can be our cancer. The one thing people have texted us: "Where's Brandon Cooks?" Well, we found Brandon Cooks today, and I think all of us know he's had this ability. He's been open at times. We saw it in training camp, the connection with him and Dak, but they made an effort to get him the football.
So I'm hopeful. I think that they were just aware of him. They gave him opportunities. I'm hopeful that this means that this is something that they feel like they can do going forward and get him involved. I liked seeing Tolbert on the field more. Then Gallup came back and made a couple of plays, and they've got more than one tight end. I'm sorry Schoonmaker dropped that one ball, but he made a tremendous block on the Lamb touchdown. I think we'll see more and better of Schoonmaker going forward.
Man, you're on the bandwagon with me still?
Let's go.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a good player.
I do too. But
Down,
man,
not
I
this
feel
year,
like
though.
it's talking about loading up the wagon.
Don't let Eric beat you down.
I kind of feel like you and I are the only one on the Schoonmaker bandwagon right now.
too.
It's all right. We're going to be
Man,
right.
I hope so.
Wait, we are going to be right.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
I'm worried about a lot of things right now. What am I doing?
Yeah. You know,
You won one by a lot. All right.
Laufenberg tells the story about Aikman calling him and talking about, stuff that bothered me. You know what bothers me? This really bothers me. That really bothers me. And you know what really bothers me is that I let this nonsense bother me.
Just don't let it bother you.
Schoonmaker's going to be a good player.
I think he's going to be a good player too.
I'm with you on that.
Brad. Just hang with me, Mike, because
I'm
I
not
might
going
be
anywhere.
out there by myself.
Not going anywhere.
All right, Brad, thank you so much.
You bet, boys. Have a
we
great week.
appreciate it. You as well. 49-17, Cowboys get the win over the Giants. We've got our Cowboys insider, Bobby Belt. Of course, we got Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, and more from you. 877-8.
No doubt, man. I normally hang around to Bobby Belt, but I appreciate y'all, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. That was really good. Should Brian Brothers let it go in the red zone, gold zone, green zone, end zone? Nah. I think that Brian Brothers do have a point there when we do get inside the goal line that we probably need to get some more power formation plays and just plow it in there. At least line and eye set, power eye or something. We got the players. We do. Now, one play that I do like that this time, and it looks like it's a real good play down there, and I think that they found something, is when we get down there and they let Chuma Edoga check in. And Chuma Edoga is a guy that's powerful when he lines up in, and when we go with that power set and we either throw out it or run out of it. I do like that play. And what we can do is focus in on a play like that, ladies and gentlemen, and master that particular play. Everybody got their bread and butter play that they know for sure when they call that they will be able to win from. So hopefully, down the stretch, because it worked last week, right? That play when Chuma Edoga got in there, and we ran it that time with Tony Pollard. But they said he didn't check into he quote unquote, they said he didn't check in. So that play looked like it's a positive play for us. I think that the Cowboys just need to focus in on a few plays like that, and then we can handle these type of things. Yeah, CD is Leon. Yeah, CD is doing all-pro things this year. He is. He looked like he's going to be all-pro if he keep this rate up, man. And CD, thinking of that, speaking of CD, let's go over most of this. Dak Prescott was 26 for 35 for 404 yards, 11.5 average, 4 touchdowns, and 1 INT, and 138 passer rating. We loved seeing that. But what I want to check in is more so this right here. Let me see if I can pull the team stat up. How were the Cowboys on first down? Okay. We had 32 first downs. Good Lord, that's good. All right. Passing first down, 19. Rushing first down, 12 of them. So that's a good split right there. First downs from penalties, 1. Okay. Third down efficient rate, we were 6 for 12. Fourth down, we were 1 for 2. Yeah, we got caught up inside. I know how that goes. Total plays, we ran 77 plays. We put up 640 yards, ladies and gentlemen, of offense tonight. That's good. And for anyone to try to water this down, which there will be a lot of people. So for anybody who water this victory down, let's hold them to that then. So the next time we see the Giants play any team, they need to be putting up 640 yards up there, right? Since anybody can do this. Total drive, we had 13 drives. Yards per play was 8.3. Passing was 472. We talked about that. 33 completions altogether out of 44 attempts. That's good. We averaged a net of 10.7 yards in this particular per play. That was really good. Rushing 168. That's very balanced right there. Rushing attempts, we had 33 of those, so that's balanced. 44 passing attempts, 33 rushing attempts. I like that. Keep it balanced. And then we averaged collectively 5.1 yards per run. We were 6 for 7 in the red zone. So for whatever completion percentage, that would actually help for the year. 6 for 7 in the red zone. Would have been 7 for 7 if I'd have played that song, you know. So since I started playing this song, we 6 for 6 when I played that song. That is something. We had 2 turnovers. Of course, those were the INTs. But we also, ladies and gentlemen, we had time of possession, TOP. Let me see that in the chat. 37 minutes we played keep away to their 22. That's the recipe. That's the recipe. And speaking of recipes, let's jump over to our Prize Picks, man. Appreciate them for this particular session here. We do utilize Prize Picks. I got Greg Zerline with a field goal in the second half, and I got Carson's with a field goal in the second half. And we got our entries right here. Let me go back and show you my entry right here. We doing 2 picks, $100 down for $300. So let's see if we can make and recoup some of that stuff that we didn't go and get in the past game. So appreciate Prize Picks, and then you guys can utilize and use Prize Picks as well. All you have to do is download Prize Picks and use promo code LAW. And they also have basketball. They have in-game and in-stats analysis too. With the click of the button here, you can see how these guys are performing. So be sure to check out Prize Picks and use promo code LAW. That's law. And let's go. Let's get things going in the proper way. Baby.
Down Prescott with 16 seconds left in the half.
A 10-yard scamper from Dak Prescott as he continues to use his legs. That's how I like my Dak right there. Mobile, on the run. And I do believe he might be playing, I believe he is playing the best football of his career right now. He was sensational today. And when you look at what CeeDee Lamb has been able to accomplish the last 3 weeks, the first receiver in NFL history to have 10 or more catches, 150-plus yards in 3 consecutive games. Brandon Cooks, the line he was able to put up today, which we've been waiting for. Michael Gallup with a vintage MG-type touchdown, which was a gorgeous throw from Dak Prescott. He's playing really, really well, and we'll hear from him in just a moment as his game day fit is undefeated. QB1 of the Dallas Cowboys, looking absolutely dapper. Let's catch up with our Cowboys insider, Bobby Belt, as the victory party continues here in the Miller Lite Club. Zach Wolchuk alongside the Super Bowl winning scout Brian Broaddus after a 49-17 Cowboys win over the Giants, brought to you by the National Medal of Honor Museum. Join the mission at mohmuseum.org and AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Bobby, I know you just came from getting some sound and being inside the locker room. I'm assuming a very jubilant bunch.
Yeah, you know, it was a peppy group. They were all pretty happy, but I also think it's funny when they have a big victory like that. They feel it seems like even more they want to just kind of like, all right, let's get home. Like let's get out of here. Let's just enjoy the rest of the day. So when it's been in hand that long, I think they were actually ready to peace out pretty quick. But a dominant victory. You did to a Giants team exactly what you should have. That is one of the worst football teams I think I've ever seen. Seriously, that is a bad football team right now. But Dallas, you know, to their credit,
you never watched my teams in the early 2000s.
Well, I saw those teams. I think those teams probably put up 40 points, Brian, against this Giants team. This is a bad group right here.
We were the Giants.
No, I'm saying your guys are going to put up 40 on this Giants.
And I saw a graphic that said the Cowboys are playing the Little Giants from the movie from 1994.
Really offensive to the Little
Giants as their
Giants.
head coach. Yeah, it is, because the annexation of Puerto Rico is still one of the best plays that's ever been run.
Yeah,
in
they don't have
football.
ice box.
They don't have the ice box, and they didn't have Spike either, did those Little Giants. But I do want to ask, as you weigh a team that you should have beaten handedly like they did, but you still have to go out there and do it. And, we do have some texts that came in, hey, you don't want to be overexcited. They beat a bad team. We've seen them do this before. But, I mean, gentlemen, how do you weigh that? They did. They spanked a team like they should have. I mean, we talked about this before the game, Bobby. It's almost kind of a lose-lose situation.
Sure.
Or it's a Houston-type game where you win ugly, everyone's complaining, but then when you win 49-17, you're setting records offensively. It's almost like, okay, good. You did what you were supposed to.
Yeah, and I mean, for them, they just it's going to be hard to like contextualize anything that they did today for
right.
people, and I understand that, but that's why it's just important of hey, don't take the cheese, don't listen to the noise, don't need the positive reinforcement in order to build yourself up, because all you needed to do today was take care of business. They could have beaten them 60-0, and I don't know that people would have been like, it's still the Giants. So that was going to be the reality of this today. The fact of the matter is they took care of business. They can't worry about what people have to say about it. They just have to take care of things. And they did that today. And I just before I jumped on here, I was doing some research, guys, and I got my favorite stat of the week.
Lay it on us.
Okay?
Give it to
All right,
us.
so the NFL went to a 16-game schedule in 1978.
Okay.
So from 1978 to 2015,
Cisco game.
yeah.
What do you think's flipped? What do you think? Is it something that they went and when they were in that off week, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, this is something we have to think about differently? Is it simple as, hey, let's go back and look at things that we did last year or the previous 3 years? Or is it, let's try and expand what we've been, we've worked on this, but let's now go to it.
Yeah, so I think it's
Because
honestly
something's clearly changed with the way that they're on offense. And it's not just all bad football teams they're
I
playing.
think the longer that
Because they lit Philadelphia up, too.
I think the longer that these guys have played in this offense and the longer that Dak has been in this offense and gotten game reps with it, the more I think he's realized what is critical, what is necessary for me to play within the lines of the scheme versus what can I control myself.
Right.
And I think what you've seen is the first few weeks, he was figuring that footing out, trying to figure out, okay, is this just guidance or is this a hardline rule that in order for this offense to work, I've got to do it this way? And I think that he's just realized, I think the Chargers game opened eyes to some of the people in this offense and made them realize, okay, we can do some different things. There's ways we can play within this offense and still make it our own, like the players, that they can take ownership of it and freelance within it. And I think that's part of what you've seen here. I do think there's definitely been a recommitment to throwing the ball in the middle of the field, hitting some of the deep crossers. That they had to bring back in because what they put out the first several weeks was just not going to work.
I was gonna say
That boy's
I wonder
cooking,
if there's a
boy. Baby, that
situation,
boy cooking.
too, where Dak had to prove to them that, listen, this way you want to do it the first several games is not going to look very good. But let me try and do this. Let me open it up this way.
Yeah, I think.
mean, is it like, okay, fine, I'll do it the way you want me to do it, and then I'll prove to you that if you let me do it the way I'd like to do it, we might be able to do some things. Am I being too simplistic there?
No, I don't think you're too far off, and I don't think he would have thought of it that way. Like, okay, I'll do it this way, show you how bad it is. I don't think it's a thing like that.
No, I think he's showing him like, hey, okay, I'll run your offense.
And I think he was showing, and I think
but if you let me open it up, we can do this. I mean, I see his eyes down the field. I see him down the field making plays.
Yeah, which is honestly
before
not something that was even designed in the offense the first few
No,
weeks. It felt like
hell no.
I think what the turning point of this season very well may be, at least for this offense, very well may be CeeDee Lamb being as unhappy as he was on the sideline against San Francisco. I think
you're right. And
Dak
said
and
that this week.
I think Dak and CeeDee aired out a lot of stuff there, and I don't think it was ever tense with the quarterback. I think it was tense with the system, and I think Dak probably had some heart-to-heart conversations with CeeDee. CeeDee had heart-to-heart conversations with the organization, and they realized, all right, we got to start probably listening to these players. Xavier McKinney said this week how upset he was that the Giants weren't listening to veteran leaders as much. I think they probably, this Cowboys offense, a lot of these guys gave them their input and said, hey, this is what we think works, this is what we think doesn't, and you guys need to listen to us. And to their credit, I think the Cowboys coaching staff has adjusted to that.
As we talk about those changes, it was our buddy
one more
John
segment,
put out
and
this
then we
nugget about
get things
Dak
going.
in his last 4 games. He's thrown for 1,354 yards, 12 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. Passer ratings 125.1. Add in 90 yards rushing and a couple of rushing touchdowns. You are the Dak whisperer, Bobby Bell. And while I know last week didn't finish the way we wanted it to, Dak was still really, really good. Is this the best football you think he's played in his career over these last 4 games?
Pretty close. I still think there was a time during 2019 where he was really in command of things. And I think at the beginning of 2020, before he got hurt, he was incredible.
He did look great, even though they were losing, but he was playing great.
Yeah, he was a big part of that. And so I do think that this is around probably as good as we've seen him play. And I think that he's really taken control and ownership and is comfortable knowing where he can play within this scheme and then where his voice is within the scheme and his input and his ability to impact the game is. And so that's what I think is really at play here. And look, it wasn't all pretty. Like, we still had one of those classic little bit of tunnel vision on the interception there. Just missed the
Probably didn't
DB
see
sitting
that
there.
guy.
There's every
But-
once in a while we just don't see those drop players.
You're just gonna have that every
We
now
just
and then.
don't see. Sometimes we just don't see that linebacker or that nickel corner sitting right there, do we?
I'll take one of those picks every 4 games if you're going to give me the 125 passer rating and the 12 touchdowns. I'll take that. So
Those are the ones that bother me when he didn't see the guy.
yeah, and
It's a good call from those guys, man. Check out 105.3 The Fan. They do a wonderful job over there with Bobby Belt and, of course, Brian Broadus. You guys be sure to check them out. And what they were reading was what John Machota had tweeted out. Cowboys quarterback was done for the day, especially this is what his overall numbers were in the last 4 games. So 101 of 140 passing, 1,354 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 2 INTs, with a passer rating of 125.1, 19 rushes for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. What I'm seeing out of Dak Prescott game is that he's playing more freely. He's utilizing the full field and he's breaking out and scrambling. Now we can micro it down to, okay, is the offensive line coming together right? Are we getting better push from our guys? Hey, we get a healthy Tyron back now, So all of those things, so we can't have a knee-jerk reaction, right? A short-term deal, whereas we all doom and gloom, and we create that moment of saying, oh, man, this is who the Cowboys are, is what we look like against the Eagles, or what we look like against the 49ers, what we look like against the doggone Cards, right? Those are the 3 losses that we have. Or this team can look back at everything and say, can we be this team that we play like tonight, right? Are we this team that we play like every home game this year? Are we the real team that looks like what we look like, especially after a loss, right? So those are things that we have to command this particular coaching staff. We do, because one thing I can tell you, that the Cowboys, they don't play extremely sloppy at home, and they play with a sense of urgency after every loss. And that's been that way since last season and the season opener, I believe, against the Buccaneers. That's the last time we lost at home, right? And then from there, after every single game of a loss or what have you, we fight back. We are victorious in that aspect. Yeah. Jay Versick with the super chat with the great analogy, Dak kicked his parents out of the car and stopped driving safe. Yeah, he did. Fact. So he's playing more freely now, y'all. He's playing more of, hey, this is my game, this is my offense. And we had to wait for those moments to arrive. I know we were so rushing, right? I seen somebody made this point, and just hit me up if you want credit for it, and I'll make sure I acknowledge you. But somebody hit me up and said that basically week 1, week 2, the offense still haven't got a chance to even get in rhythm. Why? Because the defense was so dominant that the offense, keep in mind, the starters, remember, they didn't play at all during preseason, right? And then when week 3 hit, the Cards hit, we still was trying to run our offense, but those boys wasn't on the same page. To also sprinkle in, you had a Tyler Smith hurt, and then you had newness on the left tackle side, because I think that, Chumi Doga, that was his first game playing on the outside or inside, and then we had somebody else, I forgot. But we had 4 out of the 5 guys, technically, that didn't play the previous 2 weeks. So I know it sounds like excuses, but those are context. So by the time, it wasn't by, you can literally say round week 5 is when we start getting things going, when we really had to showcase our offense. And by the way, that's a damn worse way to try to showcase your offense then. Think about all of the people who wanted to get rid of Brandon Cooks, and nobody contextualized that he had a bruised knee, right? Everyone looking for results. But now look at the game that Brandon Cooks have now, right? Because we're a few weeks removed from having that hurt knee. Brandon Cooks, give him about 2-3 more weeks, he's going to be on fire too. He's going to be just like CeeDee Lamb, running around catching everything. I'm okay waking up to a Dak Prescott extension. This is from Chris. Appreciate you for your super chat. Appreciate you for your super chat. Let me give you a thumb. Let me give you a heart right here. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Auntie Reviews. She said Diggs was out and they were upset. You're right. You're right.
If you're waiting on hold, don't worry. That opens up a couple of lines. Let's get you on. 877-881-1053. 49-17. Cowboys get the win over the Giants. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Yeah, they on commercial break. Okay, so what we're going to do here, and like I said, I really appreciate you guys for jumping on in. We're going to open up the phone lines, get y'all thoughts and everything, and from there, y'all just let me know when the player have an interview. We will switch over to that player's interview. I think we went over most of the things. My thoughts of the game is, hey, we took care of business. We needed to have a good game out of Tony Pollard. We needed to have a step-up game from we don't talk about Michael Gallup. He had a step-up game. Who else? Rico, he had a good one. Defense, I said before pregame, I said I need to see Sam Williams make a play. Oh, lo and behold, he made a play. So everybody that we looked for to have a good game, they did. And that's what you're supposed to do in these type of games, in these type of moments, so that you can take the good plays, store those. The terrible plays, you dispose those, right? And then you call plays. See, it was necessary that Chuma Edoga last week, he said, hey, he did check in. But now, Chuma Edoga, this week, you see the corrections. Chuma Edoga making sure, hey, I'm 71, I'm checking in. He told everybody, mama, uncle, cousin. He even walked all the way up to the fan, George Bush, and said, hey, I'm checking in. So everybody knew that he was checked in. So it was good. It's bad that it happened, though, but it was good. You know, that's what we call one of those things, whereas growth. So the next time we play the Eagles, I guarantee you they're going to go back to that play, and he going to check in this time. And guess what? We're going to be at home, baby. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a home game. So we'll see those boys in December. All right, so appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to make 2 points. Two, not 3 points, 2 points. We're going to do 2 points because
call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for
2 points.
Down for line.
657-390-7391. I think y'all can do 2 points. We don't want to do clock gang, so I want to do 2 points. You jump in, you give me your thoughts, you give me what you were thinking about, you give me what you feeling about this game, and how happy you are, and what we gonna do next week, what we gonna do down the line, and these sorts of things. But what's your 2 points? What's the 2 things that's on your mind? Brought to you by Prize Picks, 657-390-7391. Salute to everybody. Let's go. Let's have a great night and enjoy this win. Enjoy it. Come on, bring some good energy, though.
There are 9 participants in the conference.
Y'all jump on in now. Jump on in now. I got the 254. You're live on the nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix?
Hello, nation.
Hey, what's going on? This John?
Good.
Yes, indeed, John. It's good to hear you, man. Talk to me.
I was finna say this. I was hollering at the TV.
You hollering at the TV? Yeah.
When the Giants, no, when the Cowboys was at the 15-yard line, and they was at the on the third down, and I said, hold on. Don't let them get no interception or nothing. Hold them down.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out which play that was. You talking about at the end of the game, or you talking about on the first time when we got down there in the red zone? Help me out, John.
On the part of the game.
Oh, the first part of it. Yeah. Hey, you and I both, John. We were kind of like hollering at them because we went and revisited that same booger bear that we've been seeing with this offense. But for us to go after that series to hit 6 in a row when we get into the red zone, hey, we needed that mess up. You know what I'm saying, John? But let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say it before I let you go.
Go Cowboys, and let's move on to the next game. And we gonna take this victory and move on to the next game. And go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. That's my guy, man. That's John. Hey, when John go to the game, we undefeated, though, by the way. You know, shout out to my guy, John. He always bring in all of that great energy, and that's the type of stuff we need right here. T, man, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me. What's your 2 points?
What's up with you, Law? Hey, real quick, man, salute to you. I love everything you're doing, Law. Just a couple points. We was talking in the chat, man. I love to win. We're going to grow off this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to build the confidence. The next couple weeks, we need to get these other receivers involved. Jalen Brooks, Tolbert, build the confidence up with Cooks. Last point, rotation on this defensive line, Law. Putting Micah Parsons back at the linebacker, showing some different looks on defense. You feel what I'm saying? I want to see that. That's all I have to say, Law. I appreciate you.
No doubt, man. Good call from you, man, and good points too, man. Shoot, that boy threw them points in there. Yeah. Parsons got 0 across the board, y'all. 0. I look for his name. I like Parsons, podcast Parsons. But he showed up on the stat sheet at 0. I'm quite sure if I look back at the tape when we get to all 22 that his involvement were probably pressure plays, probably double teams and things that don't show up on the stat sheet, which probably hurt his run for Defensive Player of the Year. But it's not about that. It's about winning. It's about figuring out ways to utilize your other guys. And Mozzie, man, for those who don't like Mozzie had a good game this game. And I can't wait to see the all 22 on that to see all what happened. I got the 904. You live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Is this DT?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, doing good.
It's good talking to you. I'm telling you, you that Nobel Peace Prize guy. You got this. But I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm glad for the victory, but we're going to play the Panthers. We're going to play the Panthers and take that attitude as though they were the 49ers. We ain't going there taking nobody light.
Right.
Nobody light. We don't want no more Arizona stuff. We're going to treat it just like we were playing the 49ers. We're going there and whoop their behind. We owe them.
We owe them. We owe everybody, man. We owe everybody. You know, we got IOUs everywhere, man. We gonna be
IOUs. Stephen A. Smith, soup drinking, Shannon Sharp.
Right.
We owe their ass.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's all I want to say. And thank God for the victory.
Yes, indeed, man.
And thank God for you.
Yes,
thank God for you. And
appreciate you.
I'm a veteran. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. I did 22 years in the service, and my bishop today, 96 years old, preached today. Senior. Wow. Bishop is Senior McKissick Jr. in Jacksonville, Florida. 96 years old. He even had his uniform on.
Good Lord. I mean, that's what's it, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, DT. And happy Veterans Day to you, man. Salute to service. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. A person that's willing to put their life on the line, and they're not dodging like football people. They dodging bullets and stuff, man. They planning out there, you know, and that's always a noble thing to do. And I got J-May, man. You're live on the Nation from the 774.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to make 2 quick points, Law. everybody, we already know they're going to say, the Cowboys, they beat up only the Giants. They only beat up the Giants. Well, I don't care who it is. It's an NFL team.
Right.
And to beat a team, and not only beat them, but to put up 80 points in 2 games is unheard of.
Right.
It's just, I don't care who it is. It's insane. And also, for everyone who wants to say that CeeDee Lamb's not a number 1 receiver, let's just remember one thing. There's only one player in NFL history that has 3 consecutive games with 10-plus catches and 150 yards, and his name is CeeDee Lamb. Go Cowboys, and we love you, Law Nation.
Appreciate you, man. It's a good call from you, man. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, shoot, CD is burning. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's doing. CD is burning folks out there, and there's no scratch CD, man. He is doing his thing, and Cowboys got a decision to make right there, because believe it or not, his first 3 years in the National Football League, he's doing things as far as number-wise that all of the 88s haven't done, and that's remarkable. What year is his 4th year, right? It was his 3rd year? What year? 2020. Yeah, 3rd year, right? So, yeah, man, shoot, he's doing his thing. CD is doing his thing. I got JV, man, from the 901. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Law Nation, I appreciate you having me on your platform.
Hey, man, any day, man, any day, anytime, man. Talk to me. What you got?
Hey, yeah, I wanted to also say, CeeDee Lamb need to get paid every single penny that he deserves. But I also want to say, hey, we need to go ahead and celebrate this victory right here with the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shoot, they're just the Giants. And now we need to move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? I expect to see more play time from my guy Dante Fowler and Rashawn Evans and Sam Williams, and sure, I want to see more from Jalen Brooks, who did his thing today. I want to see more from Jalen Tolbert,
right?
And all them. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep on multiplying. On top of that, get these wins on up, and you know what I'm saying? Just showcase what we can do. Keep on, like you said, improving, because see, we don't want to sit up here and peak.
No. We definitely don't want to peak right now, and we want to be motivated in certain ways, and like they say, blocking out the outside noise. Figuring out ways to just play a full complementary football, and I think
that's what we have to do there, Law Nation, and I'm with you 100% of the way. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys 100% of the way. Let's go Cowboys. Let's go erect this shot. You know what I'm saying? Sure, and let's go here and prove these haters wrong. And I mean, sure, and I'm gonna say this right. I mean, like old girl be saying on this show. I mean, and all that. Hey, look here. Hey, these Cowboys, we run things.
We running it, man. Appreciate you.
Let's go, Dallas Cowboys, too. Cowboy for life.
All day, man. Not for sure. Appreciate you. And let me give a shout out to the Cash Apps, man. I appreciate y'all for y'all support. Marquette, I appreciate you for the $30. I thank you so much for your support on the Cash App. Hey, that fund goes straight to me. YouTube, we don't have to split that. When y'all super chat, nothing wrong with super chat, but YouTube they want 30%. So we don't have to split that on Cash App, but I appreciate you. Burns with the $10 Cash App, yeah, I appreciate you. And then that's instant money. I appreciate y'all. Also, we got Lassay with the $sign Lassay. Thank you so much for your support with a $10 Cash App too. So we rich over here, baby. Thank y'all for the Cash Apps. I really appreciate you guys. I got my guy, man, 228. You're live on the Nation, man. Ocean Springs.
Hello, what's happening, baby? This is Jason from Ocean Springs, man.
Hey, all is well, bro. Talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
Big Law, a.k.a. Call My Phone. Hey, man.
Hit my line.
Hit my line. Listen, first point I want to make is for everybody that be in the chat before the call lines open up, you better have some thick skin, because we in there cutting heads off.
It be like that. It be like that, though, bro.
You better.
Man, I don't even know what be going on.
Thick skin. let me tell you something, Law. It's the show before the show.
Oh wow!
That's all I can.
So y'all be in the lobby kicking it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you join the chat too late, you may not even get a word in.
Man, my goodness, man, I ain't even know it'd be that lit, man. It'd be lit. Somebody need to record those, man, and send them over to me.
Heads be rolling in there, baby. This is what I'm gonna see. Now, some of the guys kind of took my major points, but what I want to say is these next 4 games, or these next 3 games, I want to see Dak rapport with the rest of the receiving corps. We know what we got with Lamb. We know what we got with Ferguson. And then you kind of see defenses are going to start scheming for it.
Let them scheme for it. Let them scheme for it. What you trying to say, bro? No, man. I'm greedy. I don't want to hear your point. I don't want to hear your point on that now. Come on, bro.
My point is this.
Talk to me.
My point is this. I want to see the rapport with the rest of the receiving corps get stronger and the chemistry get stronger so that by the time we play the Eagles, we already know you can't scheme for just 2 people no more. Now you got to worry about the entire receiving corps. Everybody eating now. Amen. I love what I saw with Brandon Cooks. Mm-hmm. I love what I saw from Edwards. I want to see more of it. I want to see the camaraderie between Dak and these other receivers get stronger. And look, in the last point I'm gonna say, even though this is way down the line,
way down. Okay.
Listen, in the off season, you got a disgruntled running back in New York named Saquon Barkley. Why don't you bring him in for a cup of coffee? See if we can work something out.
Well, Barkley looking for that money, man. But I feel you though. I feel you, man. But hey, man, you can go in this draft, man. I'm gonna hit off Foots because I know Foots be already looking at draft tape, and I'm gonna ask him who's one of the best running backs that's coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? That we can match up. We got Rico, and we just match up another bruised type running back because you know what they're gonna do. You know what the Cowboys gonna do?
What they gonna do?
They're gonna reach out to Derrick Henry next year, you know what I'm saying? And bring him in then, you know. But
what I will say,
go ahead.
I know the Cowboy staff be listening on these calls.
They do.
At the game sometimes. So Cowboy staff, if you're listening to me, tell Mike McCarthy when we going from the 5-yard line in, put that fullback in and run that ball. Don't get cute no more.
Yeah, put 40 ounce in there, man.
Put 40 ounce in there and put Dowdle behind him, and let's go to Pound Town, baby.
Yes, indeed, Pound Town.
Hey,
appreciate you, man, Ocean Spring.
Before I go low, you got to hit that button for me one time. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Appreciate you, man.
Here we go.
That's my guy from Ocean Springs, man. Brandy, if you won $500, appreciate you. And if it's brought to you by Prize Picks, just screenshot it to me, and then we will promote your fee because I ain't winning $500. You know what I'm saying? So we'll use your winnings for this week's promo on my Twitter, gang. So and we'll crop out whatever that you don't want to show there. But yeah. We'll use yours. Not mine, but ours. We can do this for hours. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. All right, I got from the 540. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
What up, Law Nation? What up, Law Nation? What's the deal, baby?
Hey, man, all is good.
You know what, man? I love the show. I always listen to, very well I call in. Sometimes it's the replay, man, but I love the show. I ain't got but 1 or 2 things to say.
Okay.
If I'm Mike McCarthy, don't play the contract game with Jones. If you can get fired, go get fired on your own way.
Yeah.
If that means setting Gallup down and put Tony Paul in the game, Tony Tobin in the game, put him in the game. You get fired on your way. Don't do it their way and still get fired. Play to win, because I guarantee you, if Dallas won a Super Bowl Mike McCarthy's way, the Jones is not going to get rid of him. They're not going to do it, bro. They won't do it their way, but he needs to go in and do it his way. If you're going to be the coach, do it your way.
Hey, man, Gallup had 2 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown in this game.
Yeah.
So my thing is,
he did good this game.
Yeah, he did good this game. So when you the owner / GM, right? The general manager, they oversees the coach, right? So they implement strategy and scheme, and they also implement money talk. Money talk, and that's what it is. They say, hey, that dude is the highest paid player on the team on the wide receiver side. I need to see him out there. I need to see my money move.
You know what? He had the money move. Either way it go. If Toby win and they win with Toby him on the bench, either way it go. All you did swap the money. All you did swap. You got a player that ain't making no money. Still, you win a Super Bowl.
True.
That means now we got to start putting the best players on the field.
Yep.
I
think to a degree, I think that they did that in this particular game because we got more and more looks from Jalen Brooks. I've seen Jalen Tolbert out there. All of the Jalens was out there. It was Jalen gang. You know what I'm saying? So it was looking pretty good today.
Yeah, playing a team that wasn't that good. But I want to see us put the best team. Like we put the best team on the field because they're going to put their best team on the field no matter what. They'll cut a player. They don't care what they wouldn't pay to get that player. They'll let them go.
Right.
So I'd rather eat the dirt now and then instead of eat it later. To keep on playing just being relevant, let's go win the Super Bowl.
Let's go win it, man.
One
more point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is off topic. You got this one song that you play at the end. I've been wanting that slow John Street Light. I don't know who it's by, but I've been wanting that song.
Oh, you talking about the street light? Okay. You talking about? Oh, you talking about my crew over here? You talking about this song right here?
Yeah.
That Paper Crane.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to play this, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, at the end of this video, man, I'll shoot out their handles and everything. They good people, man, and check out them, man. Paper Crane. Appreciate you though. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Law.
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate it, boss. Bye.
Hey, anytime, man. All right, man. Good call from him. I got my guy Tyreek in the house, man, and then Cam. So Tyreek, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Law Nation? What's going on, Cowboy Nation? Victory Sunday.
Yes, indeed. It's victory.
Yes, sir.
Sunday and Monday, boy. Yes. We having a good time.
Definitely, man. I respect the win. I like the win. I like the fact that we didn't take our foot off the gas, and they kept going. And at the same time, too, they was letting other players get into the game. I love the fact they let Jalen Brooks get in the game, see what he can do in a little spot duty. They continue to build more confidence with Jalen Tolbert. And I like it because the reason I like it is because it builds confidence. It makes players want to step up.
Right.
You finally seen the springs out of Gallup today in those 2 big catches. That's putting him on notice.
Yeah.
Like don't think that these young guys can't get in here and try to do something with it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I like the fact that we moving pieces around to do certain things. I just really believe that we need to find a better way to get Rico Dowdle more involved in the game, especially down by the goal line. You know what I mean? I'm tired of them trying to run up the A gap or B gap with Tony Pollard all the time. He's not that type of back, man. Not saying that he can't do it sometimes.
Right.
But the full time, no, we can't do that, man, because that's gonna stall drives out, and the drives are gonna stall out, and Mike McCarthy has to understand that, you know what I mean? Because that first time that we was down in the red zone and we got stopped on the 1, that's uncalled for, man. You know what I mean? We can't do that because other teams is gonna look for us to do that, especially in big games. So let's go ahead and get the kinks out now and start getting Rico Dowdle ramped up more, especially down in that red zone. Because we can't be one of these teams that's one-dimensional when we get in the red zone. We'll lose games, big games like that, man. And I just need them to keep on going, man. But other than that, I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy about today.
Yes, indeed, man. Me too, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam.
All right now. Peace.
That's a good call from Reek, man. Flex it. Make sure that we are utilizing all of our weapons. Get the ball to Rico more. I hope that will be the trend now. I think Rico earned his grace. I think that when Mike McCarthy talked about attempts last week, There was a lot of tongue in cheek. He went back, looked at the tape. Every single thing that we talked about all last week, them boys implemented. I know that this was a touch-up game, of course. But every single thing, not one, not two, but every single thing outside of maybe one thing I meant to say, and that was 40 ounce, didn't get the ball, right? Inside the red zone. But over everything that we talked about all week, it came through. Shout out to y'all, man. And Marcus Summers, appreciate you for the super chat, says need to see Dowdle more. Would like Dowdle running behind the fullback up A gap or B gap, short yardages or goal line situation. Lewis is a liability. All right, so my bad. They didn't change everything because, they kept Lewis out there on the field. Y'all let me know if Lewis still hurt. We praying, big prayers up for the kid. We hope all is well. I got Cam from the 205. You're live on the Nation.
Well, hey, and allow, hey,
much, man.
My guy went line, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you too. Me, T. Mafiani, Jason, and like when y'all want to hop in that chat.
Our defense,
like he said,
them holding them to.
Let me pause right quick. I got the Dak Prescott interview going.
Hold on. Hard to do in this league. Hard to do against a division opponent, somebody that you see twice. But that's not something, it's not a goal we went after, not something that we're trying.
Appreciate you, Cam. Just hold tight.
Make sure we do this. Obviously, we wanted to handle them for the second time this season, and just happened to be in that manner with that many points, and the defense playing as well as they did. Fortunate circumstances for them, young quarterback, but he made some plays at times, and good for us.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Your thoughts on how you've been playing the last 4 or 5 weeks, especially since after that 49er game?
Yeah, honestly, I go back and talk about, I think about before the 49ers game, going into that game, I felt confident. I felt good about everything that happened. The results just obviously were not there, but in this headspace, being prepared, chemistry of this team, chemistry of the coaching staff, credit them, and I feel like I talk about them every week, and hopefully deservingly, or hopefully I do, and deservingly so, because they're a great group that are giving us everything that we need, staying on us, always making changes when we need them, and they're fun to play for and to play with in that sense and work with. So I credit them, but for me it's just about being comfortable, being free, as if we talked about going back to the off season, the footwork, all the different things that we worked on, and I just feel like obviously at this point, so many games into the season, all that's coming to play, and it just feels more natural, you know what I mean, that we're this far in it, really listening to my feet, believing them, the pass protection, working hand in hand, being able to change up so many protections, guys being dialed, guys outside going and making plays. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb with the streak and the I don't even want to call it a streak because that's who he is. It's just what he's beginning to do week in and week out. It starts with him, but then those other guys understanding if we're going to get one-on-one opportunities, we're going to do the same thing. And obviously, Brandon had a night tonight. MG, a couple big catches. So everything's just really coming together, and that's my point of this is about us. This is about us hitting our peak at the right time and just trying to grow. And we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that doesn't stop. We're not satisfied with this. I can promise you that.
There you go.
I'll have an interception and maybe two or more plays. One should have been an interception. That
there you go.
I won't, get quite the peaceful sleep that I want. We'll be thinking about, but that's where I am. That's where this offense. That's where this team is striving to be our complete best.
Politician Dak.
John
there we
Schultz,
go.
Athletic. Why do you think the connection with Brandon Cooks was working so well right from the beginning, in the entire first half, really?
Practice, man. Y'all know me. I always talk about practice, what
man.
We put into it.
Not a
game.
game.
To this game plan,
practice.
Going back to early in the week. I told him, saying let's put the work in, and it's going to come out. He's been there for us all year when we've needed him to. There's been games that we've come back and said, "Oh, could you get him more involved?" And yeah, sure, maybe so, right? He's that type of player that deserves those questions when he's not getting those targets or getting those catches, and then. Little communication that we had throughout this week, and then he had a great week of practice. Some plays were, built and meant up to go for him, and then the others he went and won. When they would double CD, they would do this or that. He went and beat his man and made it easy for me to throw.
Pause.
Dak Prescott there after a 49-17 win over the New York Giants. And Dak, according to Next Gen Stats, completed 11 of 14 passes, over 10 air yards for 271 yards and 3 TDs, recording the highest completion percentage over expected, over 10 air yards of any quarterback in a game over the last 2 seasons. Incredible. And, you know, if he's not playing the best football of his career right now, he's playing some of the best. And CeeDee Lamb's definitely a beneficiary of that right now.
Yeah, he is in a role. The preparation last week, you know, against the Eagles, was unfortunate that they didn't finish that game off. But he was in the zone last week, you know, playing against a really good defense, a defense that was going to pressure him. You know, there was a little bit compromised in the secondary, but that's the one thing I love about Dak Prescott right now. If you're not going to play at your absolute best in the secondary and you're not going to pass rush him, and the one thing when you do pass rush him, he's found ways to get the ball out, but he's also found ways to run. And now he's punishing teams that way with
the legs,
these little hidden yards that he has, 4 or 5 runs a game, where he's gotten a couple of first downs out of it, and he's just broken out of the pocket and made some throws. But if you know he's going to play at a high level, and if you're that defense that doesn't play at a high level, he is going to find a way to take advantage of you because he's got a lot of confidence in his receivers. He's got a lot of confidence in his tight end, and you know his offensive line. You get a guy like Tyron Smith, who I'm really interested to see this week. I mean, last week it felt like it was one of the best games that Tyron Smith had played probably in 5-6 years. And I'm interested to see if, you know, having him rest every week is going to
don't ever put him out there again.
Just continually to play at a high level. But they got a lot of guys on offense that are doing a great job, and their play callers are starting to get in a little rhythm about calling these ball plays.
Absolutely. And the offensive line in terms of pass protection today, very, very good. At times it's been really good throughout the stretch as well. But today against definitely a wounded Giants front, not one of the best ones they're going to play like they've seen with Philly last week or with the Niners a few weeks ago. But they certainly deserve a tip of the cap as well.
You got to take advantage if people are compromising. How many times have we, during the Jason Garrett administration, the Giants would come here with Eli Manning and half their offensive linemen would be out?
Yeah.
And then the Giants find a way to make it a competitive game, and then they win. Mm-hmm. And you're like, how did they not take advantage of that team? You know, if you're going to run players out there that probably shouldn't be playing a lot of snaps against this Dallas offense, they will find those players.
Sure.
Whether it's the slot or the outside or the safety guys in the middle of the field, they will find a way to take advantage of you.
Absolutely. You're 100% right. 877-881-1053, the number to call, the number to text.
No doubt, man. Good segment by those boys, man. A good interview by Dak Prescott. And, hey, man, them boys doing something good over there. And speaking of that, I even got a Michael Gallup highlight, man. That right there is wonderful. We got a Michael Gallup highlight. Shout out to my guy Jackson that's on Twitter. He posted this one right here. Michael Gallup highlight. I got my guy, man. Cam, now you're back on, man. What's your 2 points, man? You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, but pretty much, like I said, the guys in the chat, we talk about it, so they pretty much, pointed out all the points that I really had. But I just wanted to get on here and say, man, this is a great win. This is a way that we can build off this win and stuff like that. And it's just only up from here, Law. You know, they're gonna try to downplay us, but it's only up from here, man. Yeah. And man, thank you for all that you do, man. All that you do, because I mean, man, you put in work 24/7. We can't even be mad. The only thing we got to do is respect the grind, man. Your hustle, man, is up there. So shout out to all the fans, all the Dallas Cowboys fans. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Dallas. It's victorious Sunday and Monday for the fans, but it's victorious Sunday for the Dallas Cowboys, and get back to work Monday, man.
Yes, indeed, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from him. Let's do this.
The conference has been locked.
Hey, if you ain't locked in now, I got Doctor, man, from the 210 you in. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
What's going on, Brother Law? I'm going to try to make this quick, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'll never apologize for a victory, man. Never. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
What I want to see them do next week is, even though the Panthers are, the record is what it is, but they still have a quarterback that can run. I just want to see our defensive ends actually contain, because the kid's going to be running, and he's got a little speed, but he's going to be running. I like a lot of the things that our team did tonight with bringing in the players just to see what they can do for us. It was uplifting. Last thing, man, I want all the Cowboys fans out there, man, to send a prayer up, man, for late first-round cornerback DJ Hayden, man, the first-round pick for the Raiders. He was part of the 6 people that lost their lives in a car crash in my area of Houston.
Oh, wow.
So, man, it was rough. So just send a prayer up, man, for the family. The late cornerback, DJ Hayden, he was the Raiders' first-round draft pick, and the other 4 people that perished in the car, and even a homeless man was killed on the sidewalk. So 6 people that lost their life, man. The guy came trying to run a red light in a Chrysler 300, and they're in an Acura SUV. Hit the vehicle, man. All six of them lost their lives, man. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say, man, is God is busy, man. So whoever you might have some gripes with, man, your family, man, just get them close to you, man, because you just never know, man. You never know. That's all I got to say, man. And I appreciate you, man, taking my call. And Cowboy fans, keep it up, man. Take care, man.
Appreciate you, Doc. No one knows the day nor the hour, and and that's one appointment you won't be late for. You can be late for your doctor's appointment. You can be late for, first day of school or something like that for a job interview. But when it's your time, oh my goodness, when it's your time, you're going to be on time for that, when it's time for you to see the maker. So you ain't going to be late for that appointment. So prayers out, and I want to tell people this all the time. Check on people, man. You never know what somebody's going through, especially your loved ones. Be sure to check on them. Let's go. I got the 201. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me. Once, twice.
Live.
Yeah, it was good. You're live on the Nation. Talk to
live.
me. Yeah, it's your world.
It's Cowboy Steven, how are you, man?
Oh, okay, Cowboy Steven, man. What's going on with you, man? What's going on? Let me lock you in.
I got 2.5. If you could give me 2.5, I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
The one thing I will take from this W is, remember what I told you about the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. They had to spread all that stuff around. We needed to spread it around more.
Yeah.
We needed to get other people involved. We did everything that we needed to do. We did it today.
Mm-hmm.
We did it today.
We did it.
Okay?
Even on the opening drive, we didn't go dive, and that's what the 2 things that we did against the Eagles and the 49ers. So I'm picking up the tendencies on Big Mike McCarthy. But go ahead with your points. Go ahead.
No. You finish your point on McCarthy, because it kind of just piggybacks off of a lot of what our fans are saying here.
Right.
Okay, is that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing right now, and the thing is spreading it around, keeping people fresh, both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Mm-hmm. That is going to be the key, and them putting in the second, like our second stringers. Later on in the game when we were secured, okay, I can understand that. Doing that with the knowledge that we have the control that we had, and we established it, but it didn't happen right away. It built, and that's the one thing I loved about this game, which I would have loved to have seen with the Eagles. Nevertheless, I'm grateful for the W.
Right.
I'm grateful for the W. The only other take that I would say on this is that we have to stop being foolish with penalties and the unnecessary replica. Gallimore, that thing at the end, I thought, I'm sorry, with all due respect, that was stupid.
That was crazy. Oh, he gonna get fined. I can't wait to see what the fine gonna be. He got ejected, so he gonna get fined big time from there. I appreciate you, Cowboy Steve, and I love the fact that you called in with these points, and we're gonna see what we can do down the stretch, man. Appreciate you, bro. Enjoy this victory.
Appreciate you too, Law.
Most
Be
certainly.
strong, and remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Let's go.
How about that?
Cowboys!
Yes, it did. I love that closeout, man. And remember, you're listening to JP from the 971, dog. Talk to me, man. And stay out of my backyard, too.
Oh, Sip, man, I ain't want to nothing to holler at you, Sip. What's going on with your natches?
Oh, man, all is well, man. Can't complain. Holler at me, man. Talk to me. What's your 2 points?
Hey, my 2 points. I'm glad the offense is clicking right now. I'm happy to see that we're warming up right now. So hopefully we can, get this thing going before we get down into the month of December now. So, like I said before, you got to have Rico starting the game, and then you sprinkle Paulo in throughout the game. Let Rico beat you up. Let him beat the D up.
Right.
Now, my second point is the defense. It's time to put I keep telling everybody, put DeMarcus Lawrence on the inside. Him on the outside is washed up because he can't get there. He's better for you on the run game. You have to do that every week now to see how well it does. And then 2, you have to see what you have other than Lewis in that secondary. Now, you have to play around and see who else is going to challenge Lewis, because I'm afraid down the stretch that is going to be our biggest problem when we get tough in December into the playoffs. Dan Quinn is falling behind on his game because Mike McCarthy is peaking right now. So Dan Quinn needs to figure out what he needs to do to be better. But other than that, we had a good win.
Right.
And I'm, we're in our form right now, but I'm still worried about the secondary. So those are my 2 points.
No doubt.
And another thing I want to say before I let you go is these guys from these other teams and these coaches, they could be listening to the show because we like the Underground Railroad. We know we're the eyes and ears for them.
Uh-huh.
So they kind of listen to us and they watch us. They don't want to tune us out. They can come back and watch us later on down the line and see what the fans are talking about, because we want this team to get the Super Bowl, but there's little minor things that we need to fix right now. We're in practice mode right now. We're practicing for these teams now. We got to pan this out. We're practicing for the Buffaloes and the Phillies and the San Francisco. We're practicing for them. And that's all I want to say. But great win. Dak looked great. Yes. I'm happy, baby.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you. Good call for my guy.
Hey, go Cowboys. Stay out my backyard. Fish and collard greens, and we had nothing else in for you, baby.
No, man, you got to put some cornbread in that, man. Appreciate you, though.
You got something about briquette?
Yeah, no, you got to put some cornbread in that, though.
You want cornbread with some greens? That's good for you, though.
Yeah.
You use your fingers, you're going to use the forks, baby.
You get that fork, man. Appreciate you, man.
Hey.
Good call.
Hey, love the show. Hey, love you. Hey, Brookhaven in the house, #1 in Mississippi. We run things. That's how we do it. Hey, God bless you, and God bless everybody out there. Love the Cowboys fans. Keep supporting the Law Nation. Hey, and check out Feeding JP next week on the show. Hey, love you, no.
Yes, indeed, man. Much love to you as well, man. Shameless plug. I see you, man. That's my guy right there, man. God bless America. Hey, man, y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, we are in the driver's seat, though, ladies and gentlemen. We are. Let me see if I can pull up my Twitter again. And I'm on. It was one thing that I was going to do, because he did brought up a good point. Let me slide right here. It's got to be somewhere down the stretch here. Yeah. This right here. We got that. You might can't see it from here, but y'all get what I'm saying right here. Yeah. You can see it better right here. We got this little stretch of games: Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions. We take care of business during that stretch. Shoot. And salute to those, man, who responded to my post. And I said, what do you guys predict for the last 9 games? And we got over 551, 500,000 looks into that. So some people said we're going to go 9-0 down the stretch. Some people said 8-1. Some people said, hey, I can foresee this team going undefeated, and if we just take care of business. So, yeah, and that's just how it goes. Don't look. That's just what it is. Only the haters right now are going to try to water everything down that we do, and that's okay. I got the 323 and then the 202, but the 323, you're live on the nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
What's up, Law? It's been a minute since I called in.
Yes, indeed.
Got a quick 2 points for you. First point is, I want to say this. After that 49ers loss, I'll tell you like this. That man, Dak, I feel like he's taking control of that offense. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Mike McCarthy's really running the offense because it's not generic anymore. It's not
right.
It's not we want Dak to play safe in the pocket anymore. It's Dak's calling audibles at the line. Dak is seeing things. He's like, okay, I'm going to step up into the right side of the pocket, deliver this strike straight to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was going to take this and get about 40 yards on this play. Like, he sees that. And that's one of my biggest things that was pissing me off in the beginning of the season was the offense was very bland. It felt like Helen Moore was still in control of the offense, if we're being honest.
Well, they did say they kept 70% of the previous plays or playbook. So the 30% they were still trying to learn and try to get on page with. But what we can see now is we're seeing more drags, we're seeing more verticals, we're seeing more post routes, and we're seeing more of those things now that's being implemented. And it took them about week 6 to get things going, So we're week 10, week 11 now. So it's one of those things, bro.
Because I'll tell you, because if I would have saw a 4-hit Cook play again, I would have turned off the TV and never been a Cowboys fan again. I swear, I couldn't deal with it no more.
I feel you, bro.
That's my first point. Second point, honest to God, I'm loving this defense. I agree with one of the gentlemen, though. I think you should put DeMarcus Lawrence inside the line, only because I wouldn't even say he can't get there no more, but his ability to stop the run is much greater than his ability to rush the passer. And when you do that, you're opening more possibility for Sam Williams. Also, he's helping Monty Smith at that point. Because let's be real here. You put him over any other guard, he's killing them.
Let me see what D-Law size is. Let me see. So he's 265. If he can gain, and he's still strong, right? And I know he got 2 more. Yeah, he got about into the year 2025 anyway with his contract. I hate for him to change like his body structure. I don't know. He may be 270 though. If he can play inside, y'all let me know if he can play at 270, 275 and get more reps inside. Y'all let me know.
That's just my idea of it. Because, I feel like he would just be able to work that very well, especially with because he's really good at extending his arm and being able to see the backfield at the same time. So that's just something I've noticed him do, because I used to play linebacker. I love when my defensive line was able to do that, because a lot of times they'll pick their spot and I'm able to fill the hole right behind them.
Yeah. You're right. Because here's the reason why. We look so much more explosive with Armstrong or by the way, with Fowler and Sam on the edge versus D-Law. And D-Law at this time of his career, he's not giving us – he's stopping the run good, but he's not giving us tackles for losses, nor he's giving us sacks on the edge. So I'm gonna look into this, man. I'm gonna look at some film, and I'm gonna focus in on D-Law's game, especially his interior play, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Of course, man. Hey, you know what, Law? How about them Cowboys? And you have a great rest of your evening.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Good call from him. The 202, and then we have my guy from the 206. The 202, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
How you doing, Brother Law?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Great. Love the game, but I have a problem. If the coach just keep on using Cooks and Lamb, we can win the Super Bowl.
They've been
holding Cooks down for a long time. Cook will take the top off of any defense. The other question is, why we can stop the run for a team like the Giants, but when it comes to the 49ers and the Eagles, they run over us like we chasing a chicken.
Are you referring to, because I think collectively the Eagles, they didn't have a guy that killed us on the ground like that. DeAndre Swift was limited to 2.2 yards per tote. And I know they ran that damn touchdown on the Kenneth Gainwell for 14, number 14, he did run a touchdown in for 12, 13 yards out. But overall, I think the Cowboys did a very serviceable job of stopping the Eagles on the run. Now, the 49ers, I just think that the way that scheme is, I'm looking at it now from this perspective. Kyle Shanahan just know who Dan Quinn is. He know him. Yeah. I think that he's winning that chess match because they just know. I hate to say that, but that's just what it is. Some matches just don't match up well,
Yeah, well, you're right. And the last point I want to make is this.
Go ahead.
I wish and pray to God that somehow that you can have a battle with Stephen A. Smith, because I noticed him when his so-called Pittsburgh Steelers lose.
Yeah.
He don't even bring him up on his show.
Right.
But anything Dallas win, they played the Giants. They supposed to do this. But when the Pittsburgh Steelers lose, he don't even talk about them on this show.
He don't even bring it up at all.
Yeah. Bring it up at all. That's why I want to see you battle him and shut him up once and for all, so he can go home and suck his thumb and learn how to box.
Right, man. It's good point, man. Appreciate you. Now, thank you so much for calling in, Chief.
Thank you too, bro.
Yes, indeed. I would say this: those are the definitions of front runners, right? Because I'm quite sure if the Steelers were winning and he would have all type of segments like, that's my team, the Steelers, if they were to win a Super Bowl, hey, that's my team, the Steelers. And that's a prime example of front runners, right? And I get it, they work for an organization that prints money, even though their overall, I guess, money line is lower this year in the last 2 seasons. But ESPN, they own by Disney. That's a $1 billion business, and you can tell front runners when you see them. Like Joy Taylor, first 2-3 weeks of the season, my Miami team, I'm a Miami fan, blah 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 blah. But when they lose, she go hide, Now they don't talk, and I'm not beating up Joy Taylor, but it's just what it is. Most of those people, those TV personalities, they are front runners. But when it's the Cowboys, when we win, they skirt around it, they chase around it. But when we lose, they laugh and they keying. I'm quite sure, I haven't been reading the chat, but I'm quite sure Eagles fans in here. I'm quite sure that there's a 49er fan. I saw him up in here earlier. They try to water down everything that we do, right? And when they win, we sit back and say, hey, man, good game by the Eagles, and the aficionados or whatever it may be, however y'all feeling, right? But we don't sit back and just jump on every stream that they do, right? But it's always seeking and looking for the attention. And that's what most people are thirsty of. That's what Eagle fans are thirsty of. They are seeking and looking for the attention all over the damn networks on Twitter and Instagram and on Facebook. They in all of my posts, and I only have I don't have a single green in my post, but they there, So it is what it is. I got my guy from the 206 MJ. You live for the nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Hey man, all is well.
Oh man, this is a good game. Remember I told you, Dak is gonna lead these boys because he's using his legs now. It'll make him more dangerous. Now he's not sitting back there trying to be Brady. He's being Dak Prescott. It's a difference. And that makes the team so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
What they got to do, though, they got to get them corners, let them play a little bit better, because you don't want to make quarterback something that they not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when we play the Redskins, they got fast receivers, so you do not want to play. That's why probably get frustrated. Because I think if they play bump and run, I think number 11 will get his sacks fast. You can tell he's frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they playing too far off, quarterback running, they throwing quick. No, he want to get his sacks. Understand that. But it's a team game, and What happened? How did they score at 17? I didn't see that.
Well, at the end,
96. What happened?
25 didn't get his head around, and Shepard got him on the edge on a post. It could have been a 7 route.
How far was it?
A flag route. They was inside there on 5, so he could at least pressed them. Knock him, redirect him, get him, squeeze him outside. But
they was in our 5-yard line or they 5-yard line.
They're within our 5-yard line. They scored. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the other way. Yeah. Well, it was a weird series there, but that was our number 2 team out there, 2s and 3s out there. Whereas I'm seeing now, like just based off of that series there, Izzy dropped the bag. Izzy, my guy, Izzy dropped the bag, because if you don't get enough playing time, right? The moment that you do get the playing time, you got to show up, even if it's going against the 2s or 3s or what have you. And that was the moment that if Izzy, all he had to do is turn his head around, and if he would have caught that interception, then he would have probably got more ticks. But I think he had got hit up with a defensive holding play, and even though they didn't score the touchdown on him, he just didn't look as sharp as he should.
Yeah. Was he playing on the outside or inside?
Outside.
Oh, okay.
Outside. Yeah.
So he was playing corner today. And 25.
Yeah, both of those boys. They didn't give us enough to be like, all right, cool. I would rather, and I think that they didn't see this game going this way for that long of a time. Like for the full fourth quarter, you can put your backups in. I just wish that we would have saw more tick from Eric Scott Jr. He was inactive today, so I didn't get a chance to see him. But I'm trying to figure out a way to get Jordan Lewis off the field, bro. That's just me. I'm trying to figure out a way, man. I'm calling a friend. I'm picking up the phone. I'm doing this and that. I'm trying to get Jay Lou off the field, bro. Talk to me.
I'm telling you, that number 30 is cold-blooded, man.
Oh, yeah.
He covered. That dude could cover, man. Because you got to remember, he ran punts back in college and kickoff.
Yeah.
The touchdown. So he know how to cover. Every time I see him they try to throw his way, he be running right with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, when they be in there, they be getting beat by 2 or 3 yards. This guy be right there, man. And you see how he turned his head on the interception? That would have been Jordan Lewis. That would have been a touchdown. That's the difference. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And he looked like he jumped and it hit his hands. He would have had an interception. But I'm telling you, just got to keep it going, one game at a time. Like I said, what did I say? I said we was going to score 30 to 40 every game this long.
You did, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
They're going to keep doing it. Watch what it takes. And the Philly fan, I'm telling you Philly fan, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, man.
They're going to score 42 on you again. Keep thinking. But
man.
We just got to get that number 2. You got to play better, man. He played better when he played little receivers. But when he played them big ones, oh, my God. He gets toward. The Seattle got that big receiver. Please don't put him on number 14. Your boy. Well, he gonna get torched.
He gonna get cooked. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, Chief.
All right. How about the Cowboys?
How about him? That's my guy MJ, man. Y'all may know him as Marv. Y'all may know him when he calls into A to Z Sports Dallas. Y'all may know him when he calls into the volume. It's funny when he called into the volume. All I could think of is Vach can play this doggone. He'll play a whispering guy. I said, man, them boys cooked over there. But, I see somebody in the chat talking about Bland got cooked by Smitty. And I'm going to tell you this. As a DB, I'm going to say this. Bland couldn't have played it any better. Bland couldn't play that any better. Smitty didn't really cook him, but Jalen Hurts did. That was a perfect thrown ball. And when I saw it live on my reaction, I might say, damn, Bland got cooked. But no, when you go back and look at that, see, I'm bigging up y'all quarterback for the Eagle fans. Jalen Hurts put that ball right on the money like a frozen rope. It was like, shoo. So it was more of a better throw by Hurts than the route that was ran by Smitty. And not to take away, but you need both to connect. but that was a damn good throw. If it was if a few degrees off, Bland bat that down. But for that boy to hit that ball last week on that play, kudos and credence to him. All right, so I got one more caller here from the 914. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Lord? It's your boy from New York, Coley Cove. Been a while. How you doing?
Hey, man, all is well, man. Shoot, the New Yorkers calling over here.
Yeah,
how you feel walking around in
I-
town, man?
I'm the one from Oak Cliff, but I moved to New York like 30 years ago. I worked in music.
Okay.
We spoke before, but anyway, I'm with you on that, man. They got to do something. And just listening to your last point, if you go back and you replay that Smitty, DeRon Bland play,
Yeah.
he pushed off on DeRon.
He did too?
He pushed off. Watch. Go
with
look at
his
the replay
with his
tomorrow.
outside arm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what created that separation. And then you're right, Jalen made a hell of a throw, but the creation he created, he pushed off on DeRon.
And we tell people all the time, like on that side, you always use your inside arm to get the extension because the official, he can't see it from that angle.
Exactly.
And use that inside arm.
And if you go watch the replay, you'll see what I'm talking about. He pushed off on DeRon to get that separation he needed to make that catch. Because you're right, because DeRon was in position, he would have knocked that ball down if he wouldn't have did what he did.
Yeah.
But that ain't even. We had so many chances to win that game.
Oh, yeah.
That you know. I'm still sick over that game, bro.
Oh my gosh, man!
But
Hey, it's gonna be all right, bro. It's gonna be all right,
we
man.
get a chance. We get a chance to see him again.
Yeah.
But my only thing I want to say is that we played well against these other teams, but we got to figure a way to keep Dak cleaner when we playing teams like the 49ers that got all these outside edge rushers, and they just added Chase Young and Randy Gregory. You know, and then when we played a cast like you broke it down on your film good when Baldinger was said, oh, Dak should have hit Cooks, but he couldn't. Terrence still got beat, and here came Brandon Graham. Dak couldn't, go back across his body in halftime, and if we don't get that sorted out to teach the linemen to block inside to the outside and make the furthest person get to Dak instead of the closest person to get to Dak, when we playing those better teams, it's going to be tough for Dak to get that ball out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you give him block up front, and I think Dak Prescott has proven to the world that you give me block up front, look what I'm doing. Look what his numbers say, and it speaks volumes, right?
Exactly, I'm with you on that. And then my last point, I do agree with the other caller that I think we're misusing Tony. Rico needs to be bashing and doing more in the A and B gaps and keep Tony fresh. And I know he's on the franchise tag and he's making all the money, but let Rico beat him up and let's have Tony kind of play in the role he played with Zeke when he was here. And that's all I got for you, bro. I'm going to hang up and listen to your response. And I appreciate you, Law. You're doing your thing. I've been subscriber for 4 years now, with you from the beginning, and I'm loving what you're doing. You keep it up, brother.
No doubt, man. I thank you, man. You have a good day and a better tomorrow.
All right, you too.
Good call from him. All right, so he's from Oak Cliff, and he resides in New York. It sounds like he got a New York accent now, Appreciate everybody who called in. Thank those who wanted to call in but couldn't get in. Somebody said we got Jerry Jones' interview going on. Let me see if it's still on.
We'll see. Like I say, it's going to be important that you really need to find a way to win them all. You just need to find a way, get yourself the best, find a way to maybe win the division, find a way to get yourself the best possible seeding if it doesn't work, and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, listening to what you're saying, you're so right. It almost makes the emphasis of the Cowboys needing to win the division and a missed opportunity last week to gain ground. And Philly's got a tough schedule coming up. Maybe they could close it a little.
They do. And they're finding ways to win games but not playing their absolute best. So, we'll see if, the Kansas City, they got Kansas City coming up on there too. I
think they've got Kansas City next, you're right. I think
Buffalo. Yeah, and it's funny, but they got San Francisco in that mix too.
Yeah.
The Buffalo game and the San Francisco game are at home. where they're going to have to go to Kansas City. So they catch a little bit of break of playing at home. They're a good home team. That crowd's very difficult to deal with. But, yeah, find a way if somehow Philly gets on a little bad streak where they lose 2 or 3 games, you got to be ready to pounce and be right there. You can't have any breakdowns in the schedule or anything like that going forward.
Zach Wolchuk hanging out with the Super Bowl winning scout Brian Broaddus. Let's head back to the phones. Hear from you here on the official post.
Well, what I'm going to say here, and I appreciate you so much for the super chat, Glenn. Let me read it out here. And we got a super chat. It says Cowboys ran draw plays today. Right. The one that Rico almost scored the touchdown, right? That was a good draw play, Glenn. Yes. Haven't seen it in years. Let's run that play 3 or 4 times a game. A couple more screen passes to the running backs and shovel passes. Yes. We saw that. Those are the classic plays that the Cowboys are bringing back again. The draw play and it's been a minute since we've seen that play, especially over here in Cowboys land, for them to bring that back and toss left and toss right. And if y'all look at the bigger plays on the toss sweeps, you got to look at Rico, man. Rico was doing that thing on the toss. And I think Tony got out one time on one of those toss plays. But Rico, I love his patience, and I love the way he's set up. And then once he sees that everything is blocked up front, he jab steps, he put that foot down, got his landmark, and shoot. I said, God, dog. Rico, man. And I think it was off of that play of how we got into the red zone the first time, if I'm not mistaken. I can't wait to go back and watch the all 22 on these clips or what have you. It was one other point. We take care of business. We put extra pressure on these 2 teams. Of course, we're 3 teams. Lions, what's the Lions' record? How many games the Lions lost? They only lost 2 or 3 games. What's the Lions' record? We got to figure out a way to get in front of the Seahawks, because how everything is really breaking down is we just got to take care of business. We got to take care of business. All of those teams that look cluster right here. Seahawks, Eagles, Lions. Those 3 teams right there. We control our own destiny. We just got to figure out, because today the 49ers look rejuvenated. The 49ers look really good today. They do. They played against what's a 6-2 or 7-2 team, whatever the team the Jaguars record was, and they look pretty good. They look pretty good against the Jags. And what we don't want to happen here, because I needed the 49ers to slip one more time. I need for the 49ers to slip one more time. Because in my mindset is I'm fighting for the number 1 seed. I'm fighting for to have the playoff and the Super Bowl to go through Dallas. We take care of business these next 8 games. 1 down now. We take care of business these next 8 games. We in control of that. We just need the 49ers to do one little more favor for us now. They got to beat the doggone Eagles. And then they got to slip somehow down the line. And if we just take care of business from here on out, we in the driver's seat. We are in the driver's seat. So let them talk their stuff over there. But we just need to take care of business and let them slip, Let them slip. We just can't do no more slipping. We slipped against the Cards. That game's sticking out like a sore thumb. If anybody can look back at everything and anything, they can say, okay, it's a given, okay, with the Eagles or the damn 49ers, it's a given, right? And I think most people had us splitting against the Eagles anyhow versus us sweeping them. We lost by 5 points in their home, But anybody knows that if the Cowboys playing up to snuff like they are at the crib, they don't play that sloppy like they did on the road against the Eagles like that all day. So we just need to take care of business our way, ladies and gentlemen. And for the few Eagle fans that's here, y'all be worrying about us on your schedule. You should be having circled on the calendar when you guys play the Chiefs. That should have been all year, instead of jumping in over here talking about Cowboys, who we play, who we didn't play. Y'all need to be worried about a team that took y'all out of the Super Bowl, that beat y'all in the Super Bowl. If I was an Eagle fan, I wouldn't even be talking to a Cowboys person or a Washington person. I'll be in the chat with the doggone Chiefs talking about, hey, when we see y'all again, we're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. But y'all be so worried about what we doing over here, trying to see a demeasuring contest. We in the stall. We trying to just take us a good doggone pee. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rubbernecking all over here. Ooh, it really is big. Ooh, I wish mine was that big, you know? So that's what y'all doing. Y'all focus on the wrong thing. Y'all, every week, y'all here present. Y'all checking in. Hey, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm not impressed. Oh, man, y'all beat up the Giants. Y'all beat up the measly Giants. But if you look at their prediction before the game, Giants going to beat the Cowboys. Y'all focus on the wrong thing. Focus on your own team. Stay in your own lane. Focus on the doggone Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I would be doing. Them the one. Can you imagine you get beat in the Super Bowl and you focus on a team who haven't been in the Super Bowl since 95, 96. We haven't been in the Super Bowl since 95, 96. But the team, it's the craziest reverse thinking. It got to have an eagle-sized brain to understand, I guess, because this is what it is. Y'all focus on the wrong team. Y'all should be focusing in on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I would be doing. I'll be focused on the team that took me out. Y'all focus on the wrong team. That's just what it is. This is what it is. Cowboy Nation. At the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys, we going to get everybody's best shot. Everybody are going to try to be healthy when we play. They're going to try to pull out anything and everything that they can, whether it's a machete, a knife, a butter knife, a bazooka. They putting extra money in for the officials. They doing everything. They got people on the sidelines wearing panties. They doing everything. They're trying to do everything to win games. We're going to get everybody the best shot. That is what it is. And when we end up losing, you see everybody pulling out their phone, making funny videos and stuff like that. But where they at now? They ain't making no funny videos today. Nah, they just continue to move the goalpost. Hey, the Cowboys didn't play anybody. Well, it's going to go down in the history book as a dub for this day. And it's going to go down in the history book as a victory Monday for us, right? We're going to have a good victory Monday. We ain't finna stop it for no one. They're going to be tuning in. They're going to be checking in. And that's what's it. It's good to be up here. It's good to see people often try to climb and they get knocked down. But just because they made it there, they're going to try to say, hey, we better. Because we made it there one time and y'all haven't since 1996 or 95. But in actuality, ladies and gentlemen, people love to compare things. And a lot of times when you start comparing, you realize it ain't the same, baby. Why, Law?
Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close.
They can come closer than close, baby.
Original, they never will be.
Never will be. Say it one more time.
They can come closer than close.
Yeah.
Original, they never will be.
It's something about being the real thing. The real McCoy, right? It's something about being authentic within yourself. It's something about being who you are when you are a true Cowboy fan and not the fickle fan. Only watches the team or only roll with the team when we win.
They can come closer than close. Yeah. Original, they never will be.
Never will be, ladies and gentlemen. Because when you're original, there's no fake behind this. When you are original, you don't root for the team only when we win. When you are original, meaning that you want to really look back at everything and say, let me touch, let me feel. Oh my goodness, this is the real thing. But sometimes you can look at the fake ones and they will roll with you when you win it. They will roll with you when everything is talking positive about you. Man, last week, y'all was rolling with Law Nation before the game was over with. The first half, everybody was like, yeah, we them boys. But after the loss and all week, people were running, hiding. I call it the Great Purge. I call it getting rid of those fake ones. See, the real ones it don't matter. We bleed silver and blue. When we say DC for life, we mean that. From the womb to the tomb, we mean that. It's the fickle fans and the bandwagon fans that tear us down over here in Cowboys land. It's those. It's the ones that secretly love this team, but they can't stand this team at the same time. And they done switched sides. So their love wasn't real. Their love was fake. And they walk around and they spit upon everything that we do. They tear it down. But the real ones,
they can come closer than close. Yeah. Original, they never will be.
We original, baby. So at the end of the day, on the way out, we got some more super chats, more and more people who supporting the nation to help grow the nation. Don't call them outlaw. They Cowboy fans low key. I feel you. Yes, indeed. Thanks for the super chat. King Kemp with the $5 says AJ Brown 9 games, 67 receptions, I meant to say. 1,000 thou wows, okay. CD Lamb 9 games, 68, 975 yards. MVP, man, Skip Bayless already dropped a hate vid on Dak. I'm trying to figure out what you said. Okay, if AJ Brown could be MVP, CD Lamb could be MVP. I feel you on that. But the execution from what the quarterback is playing, my guy Dak Prescott is playing at a higher level than that guy who's throwing it to AJ Brown right now. He is. But I get it. They right now they got the better record. Kudos and credence to them. But wait till the season is over with. We'll see who stands on top. Y'all know how it is. They fear me in the physical form. Let it be known. We troublesome over here, baby. Yes, indeed. So, at the end of the day, write these things down. Understand this. Eyes are useless when the mind is blind. And we got a lot of blind folks around here. When they don't understand and see greatness when it's in front of them. And that's where we're heading to, ladies and gentlemen. Often imitated, but never duplicated over here. Everybody want to be like us until it's time to test us, right? And they don't want to be like that. No. They go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of your mind.
Nobody does it better.
If you will simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim,
they can come closer than close,
and besiege and beset,
original, they
with the help of Almighty, you will get it. Y'all keep watching. Y'all keep looking up. I see the Eagles up in here. Got stomach muscles on your neck because y'all still looking up. Y'all still want to be us. Hey, what my guy said? Tired of getting locked up, chased by the police and arrested? I guess they need a spot where they can kick it. A spot where they belong, huh? Y'all need a mansion over here? You know what I'm saying? Y'all need y'all own mansion? Y'all keep looking up. Y'all keep following this greatness stuff over here. Y'all keep helping us grow. Just like before the season, we had Giants fans in here. Where are they at now? You can't find a Giant guy. Shout out to my guy Bad Dog, though. Can't find them. See, they were talking all of that stuff before the season kicked off. And now the reality done settled in. We will see how the matchup will be when everything is said and done. DC for life, not for short, baby. Let's continue to grind and shine. Mama, I love you. Let's go. Let's get it.
Damn.
Whoa. Give me my theme music, baby. Ah. Come on. Hey. Roll those credits.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
That's all I wanna do.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Hey, we came on a mission to capture or kill.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the sink, got blues inside.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play.
Charge it to the game.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Hey.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a him or call it too legit. I've been
Come on.
really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal.
Shout out to everybody. Appreciate you. King, appreciate you, Brandy. Shout out to you, Rhonda. Come on. Let the Eagles talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them chat. Let them chat.
I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Ellis. Thank you, Stephen Cowboy. Appreciate you. Jay Versick. Thank you, Chris. Chris, I saw you called in, but you hung up, man. Chris Brovitz. Appreciate you. Daryl. Thank you. Glenn Capers. Appreciate you. Brandy. She won $500 today, baby. Using Prize Picks, huh? Let's get it. Check out Prize Picks. Be sure to hit them up. Click the link in the description box. DC for life, not for short. Don't be goofy like the Eagle fans up in here. We smashing ours and they coming over here looking at us, looking at our technique. You know, let us smash in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Lately, I just wanna run.
Nobody. Spartans! Prepare for glory!
No doubt, baby. Until next time, let's go and let's rock. Peace. Let's move on. Yes, let's groove, Cowboy Nation. Don't let the street lights hit you. Thank you. Come on.
Come on now. Come on, man. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be okay too?
Until next time.